Of course, we need to start with the role of the project manager. So what is the project manager? Many people can call project manager, project leader, but the project manager is the person that is the final responsible for the delivery of the project. He or she is responsible for the team, is responsible to manage all the stakeholders, is responsible for making sure you understand the risks that the project is going through, to manage the quality of the product and service. So it's like, I would say, if you think in a football match, it's a role of the coach. The coach replace people, put people in different positions, decide what is the best structure to get a victory. And this is the role of the project manager. When we think about larger projects, it's very common that we call the project manager project director. And what's the difference between the manager and the director? The use of the word director is to give seniority, and it's to give empowerment and more accountability when you have large projects. So it's very common that you call in a normal project a project manager, but in a very big project, a project director. In many cases, this concept of project director becomes program director. And what is the difference between a project and a program director? A program is a combination of projects. It means someone that is managing, for example, different projects, each of them with a specific PM that is managing parts of that, and you become a program manager or a program director. Director is even more common because usually a program is something that must have a size to justify having a program. And most of the time you combine projects into programs because you want to maximize the benefits. A third concept I want to share with you that is related to project, program, is portfolio. And most of the time, portfolio is the process of selecting and choosing the right strategic projects and programs that you should undertake. And there is a portfolio director, someone that is responsible for that. Many times in different companies, these names can overlap. But what is the main aspect when we are talking about the concept of manager, director? We are talking about accountability. So the key word here is accountability. And why I'm writing accountability? You may ask me, Ricardo, so the Scrum Master does not have accountability. Of course he or she has it. However, it's a shared accountability. Here, the project manager is per se de facto the final responsible for the project in a normal condition. And now you know that many project managers, they have a miserable life. And why they have a miserable life? Because they have accountability, but they don't have this is the biggest challenge. They have accountability, but they don't have empowerment. It means if it goes wrong, it's your problem. But you cannot do anything because I would say your pay grade is not high enough for you to have the empowerment to make the decisions. It's something like, I put handcuffs on you and throw you in the water and say, now swim. And this happens a lot. This happens, and this is an aspect of most of the time low maturity level organizations. We'll talk about maturity level later, but this is very important. Every time you want to raise this, you need to raise this. You cannot raise this without raising this, because you will really, people will not have the mobility to make the right decision. So always think about that. So every time we're talking about project manager, program director, project director, we are talking about this sense of accountability and empowerment.